They are student managers on LMU's women's basketball team. Their season ended recently against Stanford in the WBIT, but they had a campaign for the ages. They won the West Coast Conference in the regular season. A dynamic campaign. I want to say congrats to you two for not only being excellent scholars, but excellent teammates as well. Good job, young ladies. Mikey C, is there anything you want to say before we get out of here on your own time regarding what you got going?
Yeah, very sad day for me. If anyone knows me, there's only like one thing I like as much as mozzarella sticks and cigarettes, and that's Blueberry Red Bull. And they've actually been discontinued. And in my hand right now, I have the very last Blueberry Red Bull in existence as far as I know. I've scoured everywhere.
Mikey C, how did you find out that they were getting discontinued? Where
it's on the website.
A grapevine does this exist?
No, they announced on the website they wanted to make room for new products, so they discontinued Blueberry, which is the only one I like.
Mikey said he had something for us. I'm going to be honest with you. I had no idea this is where it was going. I should have known better.
Where are you on the Buc-ee's Wawa sheet discussion, Mikey C?
I'm sure I've been to a Buc-ee's and probably gotten a Blueberry Red Bull before there, but I wish there was some around here. I can go to check to see if they've had any of these.
Wow. From what sounds of it, it sounds impossible to have gone to a Buc-ee's and not known that you did it. So I'm calling BS on that. What do we think? Bubba tomorrow or no?
I'm going to say 80-20, he's not here tomorrow.
All right. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up next. This has been Clinton and Friends on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app. I'll see you at a gas station, kiddos.
In sports, the tape never tells the whole story. Hiring is no different. AI can make candidates look like an MVP on paper. So knowing the person and the skills behind the resume matters. That's where Robert Half changes the game. Our recruiters combine their expertise with award-winning AI to evaluate skills and fit quickly. Learn how we can find you specialized talent in finance, accounting, technology, and more. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com/talent today.
Evan Cohen here. Game day brings the excitement. Your stay should feel just as memorable. With Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA and U.S. Soccer, you're connected to a portfolio of brands designed for how you travel. Some offer complimentary breakfast, others give you room to spread out, space to stay productive, or extended stay comforts. So whether you're a traveling fan or part of the team, Marriott Bonvoy celebrates the moments that live on before and after the game. Marriott Bonvoy, where game day checks in.
Are You Okay? And Are You Okay at ECU is a community-wide mental health event coming to Pitt County on March 25th. This is Dr. Andrew Herdman from East Carolina University, and Are You Okay encourages people to simply to check in on one another, listen, and connect them to mental health resources in our community if necessary. It's okay not to be okay. It's not okay to stay there alone. Join the movement. Go to Instagram, RUOK_ Pitt County.
Close your eyes and picture this. Sizzling fajitas hitting the table, fresh seafood bursting with flavor, and a handcrafted margarita waiting in your hand. That's the experience waiting for you at La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood on 10th Street in Greenville. From brunch with friends to a quick lunch break, La Tavara brings the taste of the coast and the heart of Mexico together in every bite. So when you're hungry for something fresh and unforgettable, make it La Tavara Mexican Kitchen and Seafood, 10th Street in Greenville, or online at latavara.com.
Hi, I'm sure you heard the bells and whistles next door. We're just securing your neighbor's house with the smart home features like cameras and security.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, hi, yes, I'm Mike with SCI Technologies. You know, Eastern North Carolina's premier security provider. We do fire alarm, audio, video, and security.
Ooh, how can you help me?
Give us a call, 252-321-7006 for a complimentary quote, or you can email us at info@sciteks.com.
The NU in New Blue stands for Next Up, and with their Next Up mentality, they are staying hungry to go the extra mile just for you, humbly learning through continuous training and a commitment to remain focused on working smart to deliver a new level of service excellence. Next Up means doing the small things right because your home deserves it. Whether it's plumbing, electrical, or HVAC issues, New Blue is next up and ready to help. Visit callnublue.com or call 252-228-5855. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. Go Pirates!
Looking for friendly service and hometown convenience? Make it Country Mart in Pitt County. With 2 great locations already serving our community, Country Mart is your one-stop shop for fresh hot food, cold drinks, snacks, fuel, and everyday essentials, all with the fast, friendly service you can count on. And we're growing. A brand new location is coming soon on Highway 11 right across from Aiken-Crifton High School. From breakfast biscuits to afternoon pick-me-ups and the best fuel prices in town, Country Mart keeps Pitt County moving. Country Mart, local, convenient, and always friendly.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College.
Register now.
Take your family, friends, and kids down to Play It Again Sports this spring sports season. We have all the hottest new equipment for the upcoming softball and baseball season, along with a huge selection of quality used sporting and fitness equipment. Whether you're a golfer, a bike rider, a soccer player, or a fitness enthusiast, we will have exactly what you need. Don't forget to do your spring cleaning and load up all the equipment that you no longer need or doesn't fit. Bring it down to the store and get paid on the spot. Play It Again Sports across from the Nissan dealership on Greenville Boulevard.
If you're hungry for a great steak with honest-to-goodness flavor, head over to Larry's Steakhouse, open Monday through Saturday at 11 a.m. Serving up hand-cut, aged ribeyes, tender grilled salmon, bold grilled shrimp, and juicy grilled pork chops, all right off the flame. Pile your plate high with a 25-item salad bar. Try one of our hearty daily lunch specials. Larry's Steakhouse, good food, good folks, and a good time. Located at 2800 East 10th Street across from the old Highway Patrol Station. Call 751-6510 for takeout and reservations. Larry's Steakhouse.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
You can find us everywhere. Watch us weekdays on Disney Plus from noon to 3 Eastern. Miss the show? We've got a podcast so you can listen anytime. But here's the best part. Our YouTube channel. Subscribe at youtube.com/Rich Eisen Show and you'll never miss a moment. Now, on with the show. This is the Rich Eisen Show.
I don't even know what that means. No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
From the Rich Eisen Show studio in Los Angeles.
What did you tell Tom Brady?
We came to play football, not argue with the refs, and yeah, he didn't like it.
Today's guest, 2026 NFL draft prospect Eli Stowers, Michigan State head coach Tom Izzo, actor Kevin Zegers.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. This is Eastern North Carolina's longest-running sports radio call-in show. The Brian Bailey Show is on the air. The Brian Bailey Show on Pirate Radio is brought to you by
Bojangles, Bostic Sugg, Michelob Ultra, East Coast Grading, Gavigan Insurance, DriveHereNow.com, Greenville Utilities, Papa John's, Pepsi, Taft and Hagler, The Rick House, and Tiebreakers.
And now, here's Brian Bailey.
All right, happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome into our show. We wait all year for the second chance with the Sweet 16 show. I tell you, your brackets, I know they're probably busted. You're not going to win anything in your bracket, but you got a chance to win with us. We've got a myriad of prizes. It's kind of like Christmas morning when you wake up and you see all of the bright and shiny things. Our first prize is our Natural Light Cooler coming up. We've got a Tiebreakers $50 gift card to give you. We've got a hoodie, T-shirt, and cap from Pirate Radio. That cooler, by the way, filled with various koozies and caps and buckets and all kinds of things in there. Second place, we've got a Budweiser bucket filled up with a T-shirt, cap, koozies, Papa John's pizzas, that kind of thing. So here's how you play. All you have to do is call in. And through the years, we've had fewer callers because I think people think it gets confusing. But I'll guide you through the process, and we'll give you a couple of examples coming up in just a bit. But I'll tell you who's playing in each region. All you got to do is pick one of the four teams. Then we'll pick the national semifinals. Then we'll pick the finals. And then, of course, we will pick the national champion. And we'll have a tiebreaker that is the total points in the championship game. For example, I'll say in the East Regional in Washington, D.C., Tennessee, you've got Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn. My selection is Duke, so I'll put Duke down. Then in the South, in Houston, Texas, you've got Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, and Houston playing there. My selection is Houston. In the Midwest, in Chicago, you've got Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, and Iowa State. I picked Iowa State. And in the West region, in San Jose, you've got Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, and Purdue. My selection is Arizona. Then I've got Duke and Arizona in the finals. Then Arizona to win it with a total amount of points of 158. It's that easy. And then we'll tally it up next week. We'll update the standings. And then after that, the national championship game that Monday, the very next day, we will crown our champion in the second chance team. All right. 317-1250 is the number. All you have to do is call in. Again, I'll guide you through the process. Don't be shy. Just call it in. If you're riding around, listening to us, getting ready to go to lunch or whatever, you want to get in the contest, this is a great cooler. I mean, have you priced coolers lately? This is a very, very nice cooler. $50 gift card at Tiebreakers. We got all kinds of great prizes. We want to get you in. All right, let's see who we can put in first. Clip, you want to go or you want J-Bone? You're eating lunch, so let's get J-Bone in first, all right? J-Bone, you got the microphone on? Again, 317-1250 is the phone number. We'll get you on as soon as we possibly can. J-Bone's up first, so you call in, and I give you the teams. All right, J-Bone. In the East, it's Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn. Who you got?
I got St. John's.
St. John's. All right. First little upset right there. You got to like that. All right. In the South, you've got Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, and Houston. Who you got there?
I'm going to go Nebraska. I like what they've been doing.
Wow, Nebraska. We do have a last place. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right. Midwest, you've got Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, and Iowa State.
I'll go Iowa State.
All right. And then in the West region, you've got Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, and Purdue. Who do you got?
I'm going to go Arkansas.
Arkansas. All right. So, St. John's, Nebraska. Who wins that one?
St. John's.
Man. All right. And then who you got? Arkansas, Iowa State.
Arkansas.
Arkansas. Who wins the national championship?
Arkansas.
Goodness gracious. All right. And what's your total points?
142.
142. All right. Recapping J-Bone's selections. He takes St. John's, Nebraska, Iowa State, and Arkansas. He's got Arkansas and St. John's in the national championship game, and he'll take Arkansas to beat the Red Storm in the championship game with 142 total points.
I like the Calipari. What do you got? St. Patino matchup.
Oh, I like
there.
that too. There's some good matchups as far as the regional semifinals are concerned. I think, and Houston playing in Houston, that's got to be a big advantage in the South regional. So that'll be fun. Again, 317-1250 if you want to be a part of the contest. All you have to do is call in. We've also got a list of celebrity pickers that we're going to call and get their selections as well if my voice holds on with these allergies this time. Have you seen the pollen lately? I mean, seriously, when you're riding around at night and the wind blows, it looks like a snowstorm. So
I was in the parking lot, the Buck, for trivia last night, and a gust of wind picked up, and exactly what you said. It was just a wall of yeller coming right in my car window.
Absolutely nuts. All right, let's go with Clip Rock and get his picks on this deal. Who you got? Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn.
Let me preface this by saying I don't need a second chance. My bracket is in great shape.
Let me preface this as saying that Clip Rock leads the Pirate Radio Bracket Challenge.
So I'm going to stick with my original picks here, Bailey. I'm going to go with Duke.
Yeah, I got a feeling I can't catch you. I'm behind by about 4 points, but I've got the same, I think. Who have you got in the South?
I got the Houston Cougars.
Yeah, that's what I've got, too. That's a bad precedent for me. All right, who you got in the Midwest?
In the Midwest, I've got Iowa State.
All right, I've got them in this contest, but I think in the Pirate Radio contest, I think I've got Michigan, but I have to double-check that. Do I?
They're tough.
Yeah. Okay, and in the West region, you've got Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, Purdue.
I got Arizona.
Arizona. All right. Who have you got to get to the championship game? Duke and Houston.
I always pick Houston, but before you write that down, this year I am taking Duke.
Taking Duke. All right. Who you got? Arizona, Iowa State.
Arizona.
All right. And who wins the national championship?
For the first time since 97 and Lute Olson, the Arizona Wildcats.
The Wildcats win it. And how many points do you think are going to be scored?
That'd be about 83, 79. Give me 162.
I was going to try to add that up on the fly, but I didn't. Clip Brock goes with Duke, Houston, Iowa State, and Arizona. He will take Duke over Houston. He'll take Arizona over Iowa State. Arizona beats Duke in the national championship game. Total points in the national championship game is 162. All right. Again, 317-1250 is our phone number if you want to call in. I'll guide you through the process, and we'll also go through some of our lists as far as our pickers are concerned. We've got intern Zach's going to join us in a few minutes as well. We'll take our first commercial break. Back with more on the Brian Bailey Show, the second chance with the Sweet 16 after this.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bond. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
A pepperoni pizza for the table.
Thank you.
And may I suggest trying it with our Pepsi Zero Sugar? It has just the right amount of sweetness to complement all that cheesy, saucy goodness, while the carbonation and notes of citrus enhance the flavor profile. Simply divine.
Pepsi Zero Sugar? You've really outdone yourself this time. Pizza deserves Pepsi.
Miss, your burger is served.
Thank you.
And if I may suggest a pairing, this is our finest Pepsi Zero Sugar. The sweetness of Pepsi perfectly balances the savory notes of your burger, while the citrus and carbonation elevates the taste for a truly stunning flavor profile. Bon appetit.
Now that is one perfect combination. If this is how the other half lives, I could get used to this. Burgers deserve Pepsi.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utility.
It's Bostic Sugg Furniture's Lazy Boy Market Sample Sell-Off. We bought out an entire showroom of 100 one-of-a-kind pieces of Lazy Boy furniture. Now we're selling it all at drastically reduced prices. Floor samples slashed an additional 50 to 70% off. This is a one-time opportunity to shop extreme sell-off prices on brand new Lazy Boy styles, recliners, power recliners, sectionals, and leather furniture, designer chairs, cocktail ottomans, and much more. Hurry! You will never, ever find Lazy Boy furniture at such low prices again at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
What's going on, y'all? This is your man, Petey Pablo, and right now you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Raise up!
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, working for our community, not for shareholders. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to our show, The Second Chance with the Sweet 16. We've got great prizes, kind of like Christmas morning As we said, this Natural Light Cooler is courtesy of Carolina Eagle, our good friend Russ Saputo, and he's got some other great prizes inside the cooler. We've got that going on. We've got Tiebreakers gear. We've got Pirate Radio gear. The Tiebreakers gear, of course, courtesy of our good friend Bram Anderson. Pirate Radio gear, courtesy of Jonathan Ellaby and everybody here at Pirate Radio. And all you got to do, 317-1250. I'll guide you through the process. We'll write it up, and we'll update it next week. And then the next week, we will crown our champion of the Second Chance with the Sweet 16.
Second Chance
there you
with
go.
the Sweet 16.
Music to my ears, the voice of Morgan Ayers. We may hear from him coming up in just a little bit. Again, 317-1250 is the number. Let's go to the line and hit Victor up for his picks. Victor, you're in the contest. What do you got?
All right, I'll just give you my teams. You can put them down. So
All right.
Duke.
You got Duke in the East. All right. You're going to give you the teams involved in the South: Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, and Houston.
Houston.
All right. Houston. All right. The Midwest, you've got Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, and Iowa State.
Michigan.
Michigan there. All right. In the West, you've got Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, and Purdue.
Arizona.
Arizona. All right. Who wins between Michigan and Arizona?
Arizona.
Arizona. And who wins between Duke and Houston?
Houston.
Houston. So Houston and Arizona for the national title. Who wins it?
Arizona.
Arizona. And how many points are scored in the championship game?
162.
162. All right. That's the same as Clip gave us, but I guess he's got different teams, so that shouldn't be a tie. So that'll be good, Victor. Hey, Victor, thanks so much for joining us. We certainly appreciate it.
Thank you, Brian.
Hope you can win some of these prizes, because there's some great prizes. I mean, this cooler has got to be retail $200-$300. I mean, have you priced coolers lately? That's a nice one right there. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you, Brian.
All right, 317-1250. Again, if you want to get into the contest, we've got some celebrity pickers getting ready to join us as well as we continue on with the Second Chance with the Sweet 16. So far, Duke is dominating in the East. Houston is dominating in the South. Iowa State has 3 of the 4 votes in the Midwest. And also in the West, Arizona is dominating there. Also, we have our YouTube Pirate Radio TV page, our live chat. If you want to jot your teams into that with your name and everything, we can also take you as far as that goes. And we'll save that, hold on to it. So if you don't want to go on the radio and you just want to send it that way, or you can call in Clip and you can get him and just tell him exactly what you want to do as far as that goes. But it's very, very easy. Great prizes. The Natural Light Cooler, the Tiebreakers $50 gift card, the hoodie, the T-shirt, the cap from Pirate Radio, all kinds. The Bud Light Pirate sign is really nice on the far left over there. To my far left, you're right. What you got on the celebrity pickers? Who you got?
Well, one of the biggest names in the area, Brian, Ken Watlington.
All right. Let's go to a Channel 9 guy who I think is in dead last in the Pirate Radio bracket pool. So it's your chance, your second chance to bounce back.
What an intro, by the way.
Exactly.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
He may hang up. All right, what you got? This is going to be tough for you. Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn.
St. John's.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't going to be Duke. All right, St. John's. All right, in the South, you've got Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, and Houston.
Ooh, let's be weird and go with Nebraska.
Nebraska. You and J-Bone on the same page. What does that tell you?
Well, let's change that then.
I'm just kidding. All right. In the Midwest, being played in Chicago, Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, and Iowa State.
I originally had Iowa State. It's one of the few teams I got left. I'm staying with Iowa State.
Iowa State. And Wallington was one of the ones that had Florida a long way. Did you have Florida win it all? I think you did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. That's in last place.
That's always frustrating when you lose one before the Sweet 16, but it happens every year, it seems like. You've got Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, and Purdue. What do you got there?
Ooh. Let's go Arkansas.
Arkansas. All right. Now, St. John's and Nebraska. Who wins that game?
St. John's.
Boy, you and J-Bone are Twins, Iowa State and Arkansas.
Let's go the Cyclones.
All right, Iowa State. Now you're off the J-Bone wagon. All right, who wins the national championship between Iowa State and St. John's?
Iowa State wins the championship. Their head coach leaves to become the new head coach of North Carolina.
Whoa, there's a prediction for you. So they stick with Hubert, and then they decide to change it after the national championship.
Exactly. So actually, we want this guy.
Total points in the championship game. What do you got?
147.
147. All right, our first celebrity picker, Ken Watlington from WNCT Channel 9, going with St. John's, Nebraska, Iowa State, and Arkansas. He's got St. John's and Iowa State in the national championship game. He's got Iowa State, the Cyclones, to win the national championship. Total points, 147. Kind of hard to believe that Iowa State's getting a lot of love that Michigan is not getting. Only Victor has picked Michigan so far in our pool. But, Mr. Watlington, we appreciate it. Thank you so much, and we'll see you about 3 o'clock, right?
Yeah, I don't stand a chance, but I appreciate it.
There you go. Ken Watlington from WNCT Channel 9, who does a great job as a news anchor and helps us out a lot in sports all the time. All right, we'll go to another celebrity picker right now. We'll get ready to do that. Again, 317-1250 if you want to call and get in. You can also go to our Pirate Radio TV page on YouTube. You can type your picks in right there, and we will get you hooked up in our contest. Just great prizes. I want to thank Russ Saputo again from Carolina Eagle. I want to thank Bram Anderson from Tiebreakers, and I want to thank Jonathan Ellaby from Pirate Radio for just great prizes. And we're gonna hook you up if you're able to win the contest. And we're putting everybody in from Pirate Radio and everybody in that I know just to have a little fun with the thing. We've got some high school coaches going to join us in just a few minutes. Who have we got now, Cliff Rock?
We got a blast from the past. It used to be a Tuesday staple with the press box. How about Billy Weaver?
Oh, man. It took a lot for me to write Billy Weaver's name down as a celebrity picker, but I did. Hey, Weave, what's up?
Man, you are scratching the bottom of the barrel, aren't you?
No, never. Everybody knows Billy Weaver in Eastern North Carolina. And maybe you'll finish second in the contest because you were second to me for so many years. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just a joke. I love the Weave. He's a good guy.
That's a good one.
Thank you. He got out of the business. But he's doing very well with what he's up to now. And that's tell everybody a little bit what you're up to now. The people that watched you so religiously during the time you were on TV at WITN.
So I'm now a medical skincare specialist for CeraVe and La Roche-Posay, which I go into pediatric offices all around the Triangle area and down to Wilmington and Morehead City and all the way through the coast. So love what I do, man. And I definitely love the schedule better. I don't work weekends anymore, so all my weekends I get to sit and watch sports or go to sporting events. And so that's awesome. I get to go there and be a fan and not have to worry about doing what you guys do on a daily basis, because it can be a grind, man.
Yeah, it can be. It can be, and especially when you've done it as long as I have. But I know you enjoyed your time there, and I know you're enjoying your time right now with what you've got going on. All right, let's get your picks now. We'll put you in the contest. Let's start in the East region. You've got Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn. Who you got?
Yeah, got Duke. I mean, I know St. John's is kind of a story with Rick Pitino getting them back to the final or the Sweet 16 for the first time in years and years. So I got Duke, and what was the other one again?
We'll go region by region. So you got Duke in the East. In the South, You've got Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, or Houston.
Coming out of the region. So you're just having me. Okay, gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. I like Houston, man. Kelvin Sampson, his teams always play really well this time of year. His team's playing well right now, so I got Houston coming out of that bracket.
There you go. Okay, now in the Midwest, being played in Chicago, you've got Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, and Iowa State. What do you got there?
All right, this is my big upset. Alabama, man. Alabama's going to the Sweet 16. Right now, they're a 9.5-point dog. They're the biggest dog of any team in the Sweet 16 right now. Man, they get up and down the court. They score a lot. The problem is they give up a lot of points as well. But that's going to be my Cinderella underdog upset, whatever you want to call it. is Alabama coming out of the Midwest.
Alabama out of the Midwest. All right. In the West, games being played in San Jose, California, Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, and Purdue.
Yeah, I got Arizona coming out of that one. That number one seed's pretty strong. So my two number one seeds coming into the Final Four are going to be Duke and Arizona.
All right, there you go. Now, you got Duke and Houston in one semifinal. Who wins that one?
Yeah, I think Duke, man. Duke's tough. I know they're dealing with some injuries. And like I said, Alabama gives up a lot of points. I think Duke can take advantage of that. Both teams are well coached and well run, but I think Duke takes that one.
All right, then you've got Alabama, Arizona in the other national semifinal. Who wins that one?
Arizona. Yep, I got Arizona coming out of that one.
All right, Arizona Duke in the national championship. Who wins?
Look, I'm actually up in the Durham area right now.
Buy you a T-shirt while you're there.
I know. I've got offices in Duke, man. Or in Durham and Chapel Hill, and I tell you what, man, you talk about an early exit from UNC, and then the Duke fans, if they could pull out another national title here, first one that's not been under Coach K in forever, that'd be crazy up here. So I got to go with Duke, man. I got to go with the North Carolina team.
All right, Duke to win it all, and then your total points in the championship game. What do you got?
Let's see. Let's go with 156.
156. All right. Recapping, Billy Weaver, former sports director at WITN. How many years you were there? 22?
Yeah, 22 years. 28 total in the business, but 22 at WITN.
22 years at WITN. He's got Duke, Houston, Alabama, and Arizona in his Final Four. He's got Arizona Duke playing for the national championship, and he's got the Blue Devils taking the title with a total number of points at 156. Billy Weaver is in the contest. Billy, thanks so much.
All right, man.
All right, drive safe.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
All right, sounds good. Billy Weaver joining us. All right, let's see what else we got going on. We've got a couple of people trying to get on the chat. John Moody has UConn, Houston, Bama, Texas, Houston, and Bama, and then Bama wins the national championship. There you go. All right, John, we'll put you in the contest as well. Again, John has Connecticut, Houston, Bama, and Texas. Houston, Bama, and then Bama wins the national championship with a total number of points.
Second chance with the Sweet 16.
155 for the total points. All right. 317-1250 is one way to get in the contest. The other way is our YouTube Pirate Radio TV page. We'll have some more celebrity pickers. We'll take a commercial break right now. Back with more on the Second Chance with the Sweet 16 after this.
This is a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes. East Carolina football will be hosting their annual Pro Day on campus today as seniors look to fulfill their dream of playing in the NFL in front of scouts. Meanwhile, head coach Blake Harrell had his first spring ball press conference yesterday and told the media he is learning a lot about not only his new players, but new members of his staff.
Every time you take the field, I think we had 22 transfers, 2 JUCOs, 14 freshmen that enrolled early. So you got about, it's 38 new players out there and 5 new coaches on the field. But for me, it's an opportunity to kind of learn those individuals, what makes them tick, what makes them go, and then who's talented enough to go make plays and go win us football games. So I think every day we find out a little bit more and more about those new guys and about the guys returning. Several guys are kind of pushing and making the competition even better.
And we'll have complete coverage of ECU's Pro Day coming up this afternoon on Pirate Radio Live. This has been a Pirate Radio Sports Break. I'm Shirley Rhodes.
It doesn't matter if you're running drills at the park, playing pickup on a Saturday, or sinking the final putt. When you compete with your friends with Michelob Ultra on the line, competition isn't that friendly. The trash talk, next level, and the stakes, those are crystal clear. With only 95 calories and superior smooth taste, it's the ultimate trophy. Superior is worth playing for. Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, showcasing world-class entertainment and delivering exceptional experiences for every guest. Visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com for more information.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Come celebrate the next big Pirates win at the Rick House. The Rick House is Greenville and Eastern North Carolina's premier American-themed restaurant.
I'm Jeremy Shelton, General Manager at the Rick House. Come see us for a big city feel right here in Greenville. I guarantee you'll have a great experience.
We feature the very best bourbons around. Our made-from-scratch pastas are to die for, and nobody does steak like the Rick House. We also feature an early dining special from 4 to 6. Come see us at the Rick House, Red Banks Road in Greenville.
This is Dale Murphy, two-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities. Community-owned utilities mean local control, low rates, and high reliability. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to our show. Once again, if you want to get into the contest, 317-1250 is the easiest way, the phone number. I'll guide you through the process. You can also go to our YouTube page, Pirate Radio TV. A couple of people have already done that. Kenny Curlings, by the way, is in. He picked Duke, Houston, Michigan, and Arizona, and he picked Duke to knock off Arizona in the national championship. Total number of points, 168. So it's really easy. You can kind of go by their templates if you're going on the YouTube page to put your selections in, and we'll get you into the contest. Right now, let's go back out to the line and pick up Aaron Jenkins, who's one of the nicest, sweetest, all-time people that I've ever worked with in my 42 years. She does a great job on the air. She carries Ken Watlington each and every day with the newscast, but she joins us now, and she is a Tar Heel girl. She picked Carolina to win the national championship, so she needs a second chance with the Sweet 16.
Second chance with the Sweet 16.
Aaron, how are you?
I'm great, Bailey. How are you today?
I'm very good, very good.
Good.
Looking forward to seeing you at work again today. How about that?
Thank you for your kind words. I appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing you always.
You got it. All right, Aaron, this is going to be tough for you because you got to look at Duke as the top seed, St. John's, Michigan State, or UConn. Who are you picking there?
I'm going to go with St. John's. Go on a whim here. I had St. John's beating Duke in my bracket, so I'm going to stick to my guns with that one.
All right. St. John's is the selection there from Miss Tar Heel. All right. In the South, games being played in Houston, Texas, Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, or Houston?
Let's go Nebraska.
Nebraska, the Cornhuskers.
Cornhuskers.
They're fun to watch. I watched them the other day, and they were fun to watch. In the Midwest, games being played in Chicago, you've got Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, and Iowa State. What do you think there?
I'm going to go Alabama.
Alabama's getting more love than I thought they would. Alabama, and then you've got in the West, Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, and Purdue.
Let's go Arizona for that one. I'll pick a 1 seed there.
Arizona, the 1 seed in the West. All right, who wins between St. John's and Nebraska in that national semifinal, the Red Storm and the Cornhuskers?
I'm going to go St. John's.
St. John's wins that one, and you've got Alabama and Arizona.
I'll go Arizona.
Arizona, the top seed in the West, and they advance to the national championship. All right, who wins between Arizona and St. John's?
Arizona.
Arizona wins it. And how many points are scored in the championship game?
Oh, goodness. Let's go 137.
137. Relatively low-scoring game there for Aaron Jenkins from WNCT TV9. Aaron, thanks so much. You're part of the contest. We certainly appreciate it, and we'll see you this afternoon.
Thanks, baby. I'll see you later.
That's EJ. Aaron Jenkins joining us. I'm telling you, during football season, she would literally get off the air at 6:30, go shoot a game or two, come back, edit her games, get them all ready to go for Touchdown Friday. Then she would anchor the 10 o'clock news. Then she would anchor the very short 11 o'clock newscast. And then she would stick around to make sure everything went well. So we certainly appreciate her efforts, especially during football season. They don't come much better than if we had 15 Aaron Jenkins at WNCT, we would be rocking. That's for sure. But we certainly appreciate, and she works very well with Ken. Ken's, as I've said many times, he's the best around, and they work very, very well together. So Aaron Jenkins is in the contest. As we look over the picks so far, Duke, a slight lead over St. John's, though St. John's has gotten a lot of love in our contest. Also, when you look down the list, Houston's gotten the most votes in the South. Iowa State got a lot of votes early, but then it's been Alabama, Michigan. They've kind of split it all up in the Midwest, and Arizona dominating play in the West Regional. What you got, Clip?
I got this right here.
Second chance with the Sweet 16.
You got it? Oh, who was on the line?
The guy that just said that.
Oh.
Morgan Ehlers.
Jan.
I couldn't follow. I couldn't follow. The voice of Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, the voice of Williams Arena, Minges Coliseum, and the voice of the second
chance with the Sweet 16.
And we have used that over the... Do you remember what year we produced that? Do you remember that?
I think I didn't have half as much gray hair as I have now. I know that much.
Well, it was a long time ago we came up with that. Morgan Ehlers did a great job with that. All right, Morgan Ehlers is our next guest picker. In the East, you've got Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn. What do you think?
Duke and UConn.
All right, who you got between? You just got to pick one. Pick one of the four, Duke or UConn.
I'm going to go with Duke.
All right, you go with Duke. All right, in the South, you pick between Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, and Houston.
Houston.
Houston comes out of there. All right, in the Midwest, in Chicago, you've got Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, and Iowa State.
Well, that's going to be a really good bracket there. I'm going to go. I think Iowa State might prevail in that one.
Iowa State,
Michigan. I like Iowa State.
The Cyclones. All right, and then in the West, you've got Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, and Purdue.
Arizona.
All right, who wins between Duke and Houston?
Well, that'll be a good game. Flip a coin, and it comes up Duke.
Duke wins that one. Iowa State, Arizona. Who wins there?
Arizona.
All right, who wins between Duke and Arizona?
I'm going to flip a coin again, and it's going to come up Arizona.
And how many total points?
Total points, 71-68. So what is that? Whatever that adds up to. 139.
What did you say, 139? Is that right, 139? Everybody agree?
Could be. Sounds good.
139 is the total points for Morgan Ehlers. Morgan Ehlers takes Duke over Houston, takes Arizona over Iowa State. Total number of points, 139 for Morgan Ehlers. Morgan, thanks so much. You're in the contest, and if you win, I will deliver this personally to you. How about that?
Well, I would be honored to have you grace me with your presence.
There you go. We'll do a little gracing. All right, that's Morgan Ehlers joining us on our show. Our next celebrity picker, we don't have one lined up just yet, but we will say you can get on the YouTube Pirate Radio TV page. We've got a couple of people. Let's see. Kenny Curling says, how many Zach Kaplans do you want? I can't handle more than one. There's only one Zach Kaplan, but he is doing a great job. I tell you, he's fun to work with and doing an outstanding job. We're going to try to get him on the line coming up in just a few minutes as we get ready. We've got a couple of high school coaches we're going to try to get up with in just a second. We've got some other perhaps surprises Larry Williford has had some problems with his bracket of late, but we're going to try to hook up with him in just a little bit. Is that Larry there? Can't get up with him yet? All right, can't get up with him. We'll try again. Perry Tyndall may join us, the head coach at Kinston. He, of course, led his Kinston Vikings to the state 3A championship in high school basketball. So we'll get his picks hopefully coming up in just a bit as well. Again, 317-1250. If you're riding around, we'll guide you through the process. We've got all these great prizes to give away. We want to get those to Carolina Eagle. Give the credit to Carolina Eagle. Russ Saputo, he donated all that good stuff there with a cooler, and that's a nice cooler. Tiebreakers and Bram Anderson. The Tiebreakers, the cap. We've got a shirt, and we got a hoodie from Pirate Radio, courtesy of Jonathan Ellerby. So we've got all kinds of stuff for you coming up for our show. We'll update it next week after we run through the Sweet 16. We'll be down to the Final Four, and then we'll update after the national semifinals, then the national championship game that Monday, and then we'll be on the air that Tuesday with our show. All right, let's go back to our next celebrity picker, who is...
did well in another bracket, coaching Bailey, Perry Tyndall.
Perry Tyndall, head coach of the 3A state champion Kinston Vikings. What a great thrill it was just to be there to watch his team play. They played so well in that championship game. And I don't care how much talent you have. When you put a state championship ring on the line, you just don't know what you're going to get. But those kids were poised, and they really played well. Congratulations on that state title, Coach.
Hey, thanks, Brian. I appreciate it. Really, really happy for our guys. They just did some amazing things late in the year, and like you said, they were really fun to watch.
It had to be fun to coach them, too, because once you got to a working lead, you're kind of looking around. And I know coaches don't think like, we don't want to blow this thing. But you look around, and I saw you yell a couple of times. I'm thinking, Coach, you're up 20. But still, you got to keep the gas pedal pushed, don't you?
Well, I mean, it's funny, and I'm being dead honest when I say this. The way the score's set up in there, it's up on the center like Jumbotron, and you kind of we were more focused on the timeout usage with the media timeouts being in the middle of the quarters, and so we were trying to utilize that in the most useful way we thought possible as far as minutes in our guys, and so it allowed us to kind of roll probably a little bit longer with our starters. And so I honestly, in the third quarter, I turned around and I was like, what's the score?
Wow.
And I did not, you're just so locked in that I knew we went on a big run in the third, but I didn't know to what extent. I asked, and they said, Coach, we're up 26 right now. and so it was one of those moments. But then, I mean, if we had some struggles this year with, we just ran out on several games and just looked incredible. And then we just had some hiccups where, you take your foot off the gas somewhat mentally. And so we had wrestled that a little bit. And so I was kind of, you're just never comfortable, especially in the state championship with a team, that's clearly there for a reason. And I go back to when my brother, was on the state championship team in '92, and I know you remember, Kinston, West Charlotte, and we're up 20 at the half, and Kinston, doesn't win it, and so, there's a lot of things can happen, like you said, on any given night, on any given game, things can change quickly, and so anyhow, but our guys, I think that was one of the big hurdles we climbed was just finishing games out the way we needed to, and our focus was there.
Well, it was a great day for Kinston at the Lawrence Joel Veterans Memorial Coliseum for sure, the state 3A champs. All right, let's get your picks. Coach, in the East, you've got Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn. Who you got there?
Oh, man, I'm going to go Duke.
All right.
And I'm going to go Michigan State.
All right, who you got between Duke and Michigan State?
I'm going Duke.
All right, Duke. All right, you can just pick one. We'll skip that next game. You got Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, and Houston. Who comes out of the South region? Which one of those four?
I'm going to say Iowa, and then who's your last one? Who'd you say?
You got Illinois, Houston. Illinois and Houston.
Gosh, I'm going Houston.
All right, who wins that game?
Houston.
All right, so Houston goes to the Final Four. All right, in the Midwest in Chicago, Michigan and Alabama, and then Tennessee and Iowa State.
I'm going Michigan and Iowa State, and that's a tough one. I'm going Michigan.
All right, and then you got Michigan as the to beat Iowa State. Is that what you said?
That's correct.
All right, I was trying to read something that somebody wrote on it. All right, Michigan, and then you got in the West, you got Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, and Purdue.
I'm going Arizona, Purdue.
All right.
And Arizona winning the next one.
All right. Now, who wins between Duke and Houston?
I'm going Houston.
Houston wins there. Michigan, Arizona.
Arizona.
All right.
Champion.
Who wins the national championship, Arizona or Houston?
Arizona.
Arizona. And your total points in the championship game?
Let's go 164.
164. All right. Perry Tindall, head basketball coach of the 3A state champion Kinston Vikings, takes Duke, Houston, Michigan, and Arizona. He's got Houston and Arizona in the national championship game. He's got Arizona to win it. Total number of points, 164, and he is in our contest. Coach, again, congratulations, and maybe we'll call you in a couple of weeks and congratulate you on your picks. How about that?
Thanks, Brian.
All right, Perry Tindall from Kinston High School. Let's take another commercial break. Back with more on our second chance with the Sweet 16 after this.
Greenville Motor Company, celebrating 40 years serving the automotive needs of Greenville and Eastern Carolina. Here is Greenville Motor Company's Brian Cook.
We have flexible financing options, work great with all credit types to fit the right plan and payment terms you need. We have a friendly, no-pressure sales staff focused on finding the best fit for you.
Greenville Motor Company, locally owned by the Cook family, right across from Greenville Nissan at 1000 Southwest Greenville Boulevard. Go to driveherenow.com. Driven by service, powered by trust. Greenville Motor Company.
After years in the making, the new Papa John's Pan Pizza recipe is ready. Introducing a new pan pizza with edge-to-edge cheese and toppings, a crispy garlic Parmesan crust, and 6 cheeses. It's the perfect balance of a soft, fluffy interior dough and a crispy crust. You'll agree this pan pizza was worth the wait. Order the new pan pizza today from your local Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's.
Hi, I'm Ken Hagler of Taft Hagler. We're proud to be sponsors of the Brian Bailey Show and the Pirate Nation on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. If you've been injured on the job or due to someone else's negligence in an automobile collision, call us at 752-2000 for a free consultation with experienced professionals who care. Go Pirates!
Michaels & Gakwe Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gakwe, and our mission at Michaels & Gakwe is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gakwe are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gakwe Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Looking for the perfect getaway? Discover Washington, North Carolina, where small town charm meets waterfront adventure. Stroll along the scenic waterfront, explore unique shops and local restaurants, or kayak the Pamlico River at sunset.
From family fun to romantic escapes, Washington has something for everyone. Plan your next trip today at visitwashingtonnc.com and experience why they call it the original Washington.
Visit us in Washington. Your escape starts here.
Attention, Eastern Carolina. 360 Golf Carts just received a massive delivery of 40 new golf carts, and they're going fast. Right now, owner Brian Harris is celebrating with a special sale event, giving you the chance to upgrade and save big on your next ride. But hurry, with 40 carts and the best prices, they won't last long. 360 Golf Carts on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. Proud part of Pirates supporting Pirates.
It's bow time.
Finally, lunchtime. I'm starving.
What's that?
This is the Bojangler from Bojangles.
With the same bold flavor as their chicken?
The same.
And fries.
The same.
Huh. Well, I've got a PB&J.
Yeah, that's not the same.
A crispy fish fillet dusted in Bo's famous seasoning. With cheese and tartar sauce on a fluffy bun, the Bojangler's back. Hook one while you can. It's Bo time.
Hey everybody, this is David Glenn, and you're listening to my favorite station in Eastern North Carolina, Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities. Community owned, community powered. Now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back to our show. Quickly winding down the second chance with the Sweet 16. Let's see who we've got now on the line.
Got your man, Gibby.
All right, Gibby's on the line. Todd Gibson, he's been with the Tar Heels all morning, football-wise, right, Gibby?
I certainly did. Listen to Bill Belichick, and he was talking a lot of football this morning, and I got to talk to some players as well. It was a good morning so far.
All right, Gibby, let's get your picks then. Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, or UConn? What do you got?
Wow, this is going to surprise some people, but I really like St. John. I think they're going to fully upset on Duke. Duke's just, it really hurts having Foster out. But
yeah.
Caden Boozer has played fantastic.
I thought he had, yes, he's played very, very well. If that continues, they've got a good chance.
They really do. But I'll go ahead and go with St. John. That's how I picked them before the tournament started. And what was that second game you got?
That's it. Just pick one of the four teams to advance. You got Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, or UConn. You think St. John's will win the next game, or you think Michigan State or UConn will beat them?
Oh, I think UConn is the one that's going to advance out of those four.
All right, we'll put UConn in there. I think that's the second vote we've had for UConn in our balloting today. All right, in the South, pick one of these: Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, or Houston.
That's pretty easy. Houston. I think Houston's going to advance for sure.
All right, Houston's gotten a lot of love in this pool. Midwest region: Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, and Iowa State.
This is going to kill me to say this.
Oh, he's going to say Michigan. He's going to say the Maize and Blue.
I'll let you say it for him.
All right. Gibby can't say the word Michigan. He'll try like meh, but he's going to go with Michigan. That's pretty funny, Gibby. And in the West, San Jose, it's Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, or Purdue. What do you got there?
Well, I got Arizona winning it all, so we'll take the Wildcats.
Arizona. All right. UConn and Houston. Who wins that game?
Boy, I thought it was going to be Houston, but the more I look at the way UConn's playing, I'm going to go ahead and pick UConn.
UConn and Arizona, you said, right?
Arizona.
And Arizona to win it all.
I think Arizona will win it all.
And what's your total points in the championship game?
Total points in the championship game. Ooh, let's see. 159.
159. Todd Gibson from CBS 17 goes with Connecticut, Houston, Michigan, and Arizona. He's got Connecticut and Arizona in the national championship game. Wildcats win it with a total number of points of 159. Hey, Gibby, we're on YouTube. We're on YouTube Live as well, and they put your picture up with your bandage on. They didn't give you the good picture. They put the picture where you got run over.
Oh,
so,
come on.
Yeah, come on, fellas.
That's brutal.
That's hilarious. Man, but Gibby's fine. He's fine. Everything's good. But that's funny. It looks like somebody at CBS 17 beat you up. All right.
A rough day of work.
There it is. All right. Our good friend Todd Gibson. Gibby, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Brian.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Todd Gibson from CBS 17. All right, we're going to get another celebrity picker on. We got one more commercial break to take. I think we're trying to get up now with what, Nate Connor? Is that where you're going? D.H. Conley, football coach. We got to get a football guy in here before we go. And we were going to get Zach Kaplan on. I'm not sure if we'll have time or not because he will take all the rest of the time. So hopefully we'll do Nate, then we'll take a break, and maybe we'll get Zach on at the end. Let's see if we can get Coach Connor on right now. He's at D.H. Conley, the head football coach. Again, if we want to thank our sponsors, Carolina Eagle, Russ Saputo and Company. He gave us some great prizes. The big cooler. It's a nice cooler, and hopefully somebody will win this thing that needs a cooler. All right, Coach Nate Connor, head football coach at D.H. Conley, and he joins us live now. Coach, how are you?
I'm great, Brian. Good to be talking to you.
It is good. Feels like football season all of a sudden, doesn't it?
I tell you, man. Well, football season never stops. Let's get that straight.
That's right. Let's get it straight.
That round ball's bouncing around. It's still football season in our mind.
Still football season. In the East, you've got Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn. Which one of those four advances?
Advances to
the national semis or national semis.
The Elite Eight or the Final Four?
Final Four. Who goes to the Final Four between Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn?
I got to go with Coach Izzo. I think it's a loaded bracket.
I think it is too.
Coach Izzo out of Michigan State.
All right, Michigan State in the East. In the South, you've got Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, and Houston.
Iowa broke my heart the other day, knocking my Gators.
They sure did.
I think Coach Sampson in Houston, they're still hungry for that first national championship. The Gators ripped their heart out last year. I got to go with Houston.
Houston, all right. In the Midwest, Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, and Iowa State.
That's a tough one. I thought Iowa State was going to be their big player. I don't know if he's back or not, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go Michigan.
Michigan there, all right. And then in the West, you've got Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, and Purdue.
I think Arizona makes it out of that one.
All right. Who wins between Houston and Michigan State?
I'm going to go. Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd like both those teams to win, but I think I'm going to go Houston.
Houston wins that one, and then Michigan and Arizona.
I'm going to go Arizona.
Arizona. All right. And who wins your national championship, Houston or Arizona?
I'm going to pull for Coach Sampson. All the way, and I'm going to go Houston.
All right. Kelvin Sampson from Lumberton, North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, and total number of points in the championship game.
Ooh, let's see here. 167.
167. Nate Connor, D.H. Conley head football coach, takes Michigan State, Houston, Michigan, Arizona. He's got Houston and Arizona in the national championship game, and he takes the Houston Cougars to cut down the nets. Total number of points, 167. All right, Coach, thanks so much. You're in the contest.
Thanks a lot, Brian.
All right, take care. We'll see you at the football field one of these days soon.
Come see us anytime.
Sounds good. All right, let's take our final commercial break. Back with more to wrap things up on the second chance for the Sweet 16 after this.
Spring is a great time to plant flowers, trees, and bushes. When planning your landscape, please keep in mind that you should never plant anything within 3 feet of a gas, electric, or water meter. The same thing applies if you have an electric transformer in your yard, except keep plants 8 feet clear of the front in case crews need access during a storm or an outage. Always remember to call 811 at least 3 business days before you dig to avoid underground lines. This important safety message is from your neighbors at Greenville Utilities.
Ready to play a little kickball? Robbie's Clubhouse, a place for special needs adults and children, will host their annual kickball tournament on Saturday, April 25th from 9 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the Sarah Law Softball Complex located on Reedy Branch Road in Winterville. Come join the fun while helping the special needs community by joining us as a friendly kickball. To register a team, visit eventbrite.com and search Robbie's Clubhouse or call 252-916-9117. And we'll see you Saturday, April 25th.
This is Chandler Honeycutt from Pirate Radio Live, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, providing reliable utility solutions to the Greenville region since 1905. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to our show as we wrap things up on the second chance with the Sweet 16. Right now, we're going to go back to the phones. Got 2 more guest pickers to get their selections in. Is this Brian North?
Man, I feel weird getting Brian North on the Brian Bailey show.
Yeah, well,
this is weird.
You know, sometimes cats and dogs get along and everything's good.
We go.
Brian North joins us. He also went to the dark side, but he stayed in sports a little bit, but he does a great job over at WCTI Channel 12. North, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. Hope you are.
Doing great. More importantly, how are those young ladies in your life?
Man, they are driving me to the grave faster any day now.
See, that's what you get for having children when you should be having grandchildren.
No doubt. Man. Get yours back to your children, right?
Exactly. They'll be playing Little League together. All right.
Yeah.
In the East region, we've got Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, and UConn. What do you got?
Duke will come out of there, right? They've got the good matchup with all their height down low. Unless they have a real tragic game where they turn it over a lot and can't hit anything, they should win all out on that.
All right. In the South, you got Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, and Houston.
I'm a believer in Nebraska, even though Houston is playing at home. I think they had their Final Four run last year. I'm going with the Cornhuskers.
The Cornhuskers. That's even funny to say in the Final Four, Nebraska. All right, Midwest, you got Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, and Iowa State.
Woo! I'll go with Michigan on that one.
Go with Michigan. And then in the West, you got Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, and Purdue.
Macy O'Donnell was telling me I better pick Arizona or I'm an idiot. So I'm going with Arizona.
All right. Then you got Duke and Nebraska in one semifinal.
Yeah, I'll pick Duke.
You got Duke there. In the other semi, you got Michigan and Arizona.
Arizona.
And who wins between Duke and Arizona?
Arizona.
Arizona. And total number of points in the championship game?
I'll go 137.
137. Brian North from WCTI has Duke, Nebraska, Michigan, Arizona in his Final Four. He's got Duke and Arizona in the title game on that Monday night. He's got the Wildcats to cut down the nets. Total number of points, 137 in the championship game. Brian North, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate it.
All right. Sounds like a news guy picked that stuff, but all right, we'll go with it.
Here you go. You got it. All right. Got a couple minutes to go in our show, and we're going to try to track down our good friend, our comrade, our assistant, the guy who does all the real work, and I get most of the credit, Zach Kaplan at WNCT, and he's been at Pro Day, so we'll get a quick Pro Day report, and then we'll get his selections. And if you know Zach, none of it's going to come quickly, so we'll see if we can track him down. He's probably eating lunch if he's been out at Pro Day that long. All right, Zach, you with us?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Hey, how was Pro Day? What do you think?
You know, it took a while, but we got it in, so it's all done now, done and dusted. I got to talk to Mike Wright and Anthony Smith afterwards, and they both felt like they had a good day. Really windy day out there, I will say.
Yeah. How many scouts were out there? I know there were some CFL scouts, but were there a lot of NFL scouts?
I heard 30 of 32 NFL teams. I was trying to figure out which two were missing. I think Jarrett's Raiders may have been missing.
Wow. How about he went there, Jarrett?
I know the Dolphins were missing.
No, the Dolphins were there. We saw a guy.
All right. Never mind.
But the Raiders got bigger fish to fry. Bigger
what now?
Bigger fish to fry.
Okay. Bigger fish
to fry. That's good stuff. Man, I swear we haven't had anything to drink the whole hour. We haven't. All right, Zach, let's get you in the contest now. Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, or UConn? What do you got?
I'll take Duke over St. John's. I will stick with my original bracket pick, UConn over Michigan State.
All right, you just got to pick one of the four. Why do you complicate things? One of the four. Duke, St. John's, Michigan State, or UConn. Who advances?
I'll say Duke.
Duke goes to the Final Four. Between these four, who advances? Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, Houston.
Houston at home.
Houston at home. All right. In the Midwest, you've got Michigan, Alabama, Tennessee, and Iowa State.
I'll stick with Michigan.
Michigan there. And then in the West, you've got Arizona, Arkansas, Texas, and Purdue.
Arizona.
Arizona's getting a lot of love and a lot of national championship love. All right, Arizona. Who wins between Duke and Houston?
Duke gets revenge.
Revenge of the Devils. And in Michigan and Arizona, who wins?
Michigan.
There you go. Now, who wins between Duke and Michigan?
Yeah, I had to go against the grain there. Duke hangs on, wins the national championship.
Wow. Total number of points in that championship game?
165.
165. Zach Kaplan from WNCT Channel 9 does such a great job. And you'll see some of his work tonight from Pro Day. And we got a busy day. We got a big baseball game tonight. South Central and Rhodes will open up play in the Big Carolina Conference. So, Zach, you're in the contest. We appreciate it. We'll see you later on.
You got it. Thank you.
All right, that's Zach Kaplan. Recapping, it looks like our voters not all, but the majority go with Duke, go with Houston, Michigan made a strong run late, so Michigan, and then in the West, Arizona. Arizona is the overwhelming favorite to win the national championship, according to all of our voters, so it'll be fun. We'll update the standings coming up next week, and then we'll have our champion coming up in 2 weeks. We want to thank our sponsors again, Carolina Eagle, Russ Saputo and Company, for their just great generosity with the big cooler and everything else that goes with that first prize. I want to thank Tiebreakers, Bram Anderson, everybody at Tiebreakers. Also want to thank Jonathan Ellerby, Pirate Radio. Great gear, and someone in our contest will win all of this stuff. We got a second place prize too, so if you finish second, you get a little something. So we'll have that as well. Again, we'll update the standings next week, and we'll see you next week right here on The Brian Bailey Show.
This has been The Brian Bailey Show, powered by Greenville Utilities, and also brought to you by
Bojangles, Bostic Sugg, Michelob Ultra, East Coast Grading, DriveHereNow.com, Greenville Utilities, Papa John's, Pepsi, Taft and Hagler, The Rick House, and Tiebreakers.
Join us next week for another edition